welcome to Top Reality episode 83, part 4, The List.
That does not miss.
Now let's get started. We open the books up and we have a little story time with Justin Carter. It's like Dusty Rose talking here with that there.
Trying to breathe.
Booking and into his style takeover of NXT. Last time we was on doing story time, it was number 9, Damien Sandow and Curtis Axel versus Enzo Amore and Colin Cassidy. This week, number 8, enter Samoa Joe.
The following week, Cesaro, Axel, and Sandow kick off NXT by entering through the crowd, not through the NXT entryway. Cesaro grabs the microphone. He says that he, Sandow, and Axel are all in NXT because they're afraid of losing their jobs and that they're going to do all they can to keep down the next generation. Axel and Sandow then also say that they have NXT deals now too, and that there's nothing that anybody can do to get any of these three men to leave. Commissioner Regal, or General Manager Regal, however you want to say it, walks out with Triple H and they're angry. They say that they're surprised by this and that this is the first time this plot has been revealed to them. Triple H takes the microphone and says that he's not going to have anarchy like this in his company, but that he's confident that if he lets NXT defend itself, that they can win. He books the main event of Cesaro, Curtis Axel, Sandow versus Finn Balor, Samoa Joe, and Tyler Breeze, where the former main roster trio loses, they're gone from WWE forever.
Lose their job anyway.
Right. They don't get to go back to the main roster, and they're out of NXT. At some point in the main event, Tyler Breeze hits the beauty shot on Cesaro, goes for the pinfall. Suddenly, Samoa Joe enters the ring from the apron, breaks up the pinfall by putting Breeze in the Coquina clutch. At this point, Sandow and Axel enter the ring. Joe then and assaults Balor and Breeze, with Cesaro getting back up to his feet and a beatdown occurring. Joe then gets up to his feet, raises his hands alongside Cesaro, Axel, and Sandow. So now we have a 4-person group, ladies and gentlemen. And next week on, number 7, ladies and gentlemen, number 7 in the Top Rope Rally story time, we will have enter Baron Corbin, the Lone Wolf. So I am interested to see where Baron Corbin is going to reside.
Is he entering with the Team Cesaro, or is he coming in for NXT?
I mean, because he is from NXT, but he's also a lone wolf. Yes. So will it be like a Sting situation? Will he not choose sides?
That is true. He could be that way.
He could be that way because he is the lone wolf.
He is the lone wolf. Do we play on that word there? Lone wolf.
You'll have to find out next week on episode 84 in part 4, The List.
Well, now we're going to do a PWI Top 500 Spotlight, and this week we're going to spotlight number 273.
273.
Who coming in at number 273?
That is Chuck Taylor.
He is 6'1", 198 pounds. He's a 13-year pro, and last year he was at 175. He had a major drop in the year. He is known as the Kentucky Gentleman.
Interesting.
Has been a standout on the indie scene for the past few years. He stands to gain more national attention now that he has signed with Global Force Wrestling, which is a good thing if they get a TV deal.
True.
Netflix, come on. Frequently teams with the Trent Beretta as the best friends.
The best friends.
Unsuccessfully challenged Icarus, yes, for the Chikara Grand Championship in January. Now, he dropped this past year.
He did.
With Global Force, do you think he'll move up, or do you think he'll move down next year?
I think if they give him a spotlight in Global Force, and Global Force gets a spotlight for themselves, I think he could move up next year.
Ooh, that's what I was thinking.
But it's very iffy. If Global Force does not get any kind of traction, then I say he goes back down some more. I say he goes into the 300s.
I think so too.
Because, I mean, he's consistent. 175 down to 273, so maybe next time he's 371. See? 5, 3, 1. There you go.
Very good.
Thank you.
Not good for Chuck Taylor, though.
Not good for Chuck Taylor, ladies and gentlemen, but we will have to see. If Global Force can get some traction and use him on a consistent basis, I think he'll go up.
Yeah, if he like you said, if he gets on TV, maybe wins one of the championships.
Right.
Tag title or something, or in a decent feud, then, the sky's the limit.
Maybe wins the Next Gen Championship from San Diego. We never know.
You never know. Now let's talk about rebooking WWF WrestleMania 3. That's where we pick the people who was a part of the company. We pick the card and we pick the matches. We rebook.
We rebooked it. We have when we what's it called? When we changed up the roster.
Yes.
I can't remember the name of the term we used.
I don't remember now. I'm on the rebooking part now.
We're on the rebooking part, but anyway, we have our own roster. We got our own roster for the WWF. Just like the other rosters.
We're rebuilding what we were doing. We're
rebuilding the Federation.
The Federations, yes.
That's right. So we rebuilt the Federation with a whole different roster. Some of the same people from back in the day, and some new blood.
What our evil minds could think of.
That's right. And then we go back, like we've been doing for the past few weeks, doing Continental, doing what was those other ones?
WCW.
WCCW, all these other ones. And now we're at WWF. That's right. We picked WrestleMania 3 because it is considered the biggest WrestleMania, the biggest show of all time.
I mean, the tagline was bigger, better, badder.
That's right.
Word,
but yeah. So we took that and we kept each individual thing, whether it was a tag match, a singles match, a mixed tag, whatever it was, Intercontinental Championship match. We kept the tagline of what that match was, and we changed who was in the match, and we are rebooking this whole thing. So we want to know how you feel. When we're gonna post this video, and we also post the card on the Facebook page, so you can comment on it. You can let us know how you feel about it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this right here, you talk about WrestleMania moment after WrestleMania moment. This is what we're about to give you.
We put our thinking caps on.
We did. This took us a while to come up with
I believe we've done a great WrestleMania card.
We did. Off the people that we have.
I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I
Barry
will
Horowitz
sometimes.
over here. But, I mean, even with the people we have left, we can make a whole nother WrestleMania card.
Yes. If there would have been a Battle Royal,
boom, we would have had it. Because there are so many people left over from our roster that deserve to be on a WrestleMania, but we just didn't have enough spaces.
We're out of spaces.
12 matches. That's
So
all we had.
I know you're waiting to see, so let's get started with match number 1, which was a tag match, just like WrestleMania started. But this one is going to be The Addiction taking on Blake and Murphy.
Daniel's like a Kazarian taking on Blake and Murphy, and your winner, ladies and gentlemen, in this opening contest that's going to get the crowd really moving and going. Jucking and jiving, if you will. Cheering and booing. Running and screaming.
Jucking and jiving, I like it.
You like that? Thank you. That matchup right here, to get the crowd going, the winner is The Addiction. And I believe you chose The Addiction?
Yes.
And I chose Blake and Murphy. Yes. And then I chose the winner, and I feel that the experience of The Addiction will win out in this matchup. The second matchup was a singles encounter. We had Monty Brown of TNA fame, who was also in WWE as Marcus Corbin. We have Monty Brown taking on NXT's Apollo Crews.
The future.
Exactly.
I think he's going to be a future world champion.
I think he will too. I think he'll end up being an NXT champion pretty soon.
Oh yeah.
When Finn Balor goes up to the main roster, it may be him. Unless they
he may take the title off Joe.
That's true. We're about to have an attack, by the way. So the winner of the second match.
The winner of the second match was Apollo Crews.
In a very hard fought match. I mean, this is pretty much even. I mean, they're both pretty sizable guys. And I think it would be a pretty
I could
good
see
encounter.
Monty Brown missing the pounce
Yes.
and being taken out.
Yes. This is the pounce, and then
The press slam and flip.
exactly do the flip. Third matchup of the evening.
It was a mixed tag match. 6 persons, if you will. So we put a tag team and a woman together. We'll mix there.
Yes.
And it was the Young Bucks and Becky Lynch taking
Very
on
interesting team.
the Hardy Boys and Lita. Team Extreme, if you will. And what I would say is an upset and a WrestleMania moment, if you say.
I would say this is a WrestleMania moment. You picked the Young Bucks and Becky Lynch, and I picked the Hardy Boys and Lita.
Which was a great pick.
But then I picked the winner of this one.
Yes, you did.
And I felt that the, yes, there is experience on the Hardy Boys and Lita side, but I felt that the young talent in this other side, the Young Bucks and Becky Lynch, would outlast the experience of Hardy Boys and Lita, and I think they would get the win.
And where else would you want a super kick party than WrestleMania?
WrestleMania. This fourth matchup, it took us a
It took us a
good
while.
minute to come up with this, but I mean, it writes itself. It really does.
It was a loser must bow match. If you remember WrestleMania 3, it was King Harley Race taking on JYD. The loser must bow to the winner. But we don't have Harley Race.
Unfortunately,
We don't have any kings in our roster list.
Unfortunately, that would not last nowadays because that would be considered racist.
It would be.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Andy Cat.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Please do not step on the
Stay right there.
computer.
Good girl. Yeah.
Just stay there. Anyway, continue talking.
It
I will
was
guard the computer.
loser must bow. So we thought, okay, we don't have any kings right now, but we do have former kings.
We do have 2 former kings.
So we took the King of Hearts, the Black Heart, if you will, Owen Hart. Good going there, Andy Cat.
Behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. I know you're going to jump down now? Okay.
Please do.
Taking on the first televised pay-per-view King of the Ring
That's
winner.
true.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Brother versus brother.
Exactly. She don't like brother versus brother.
She does not like a brother versus brother.
Right in the action right now.
Woo! That was crazy. So you had Owen Hart taking on Bret Hart, brother versus brother, and the loser brother must bow down.
Ooh. Is it baby brother bowing to the big brother, or does the big brother must bow to baby brother?
King, the Black Hot, if you will. King of Hots, Black Hot. Oh, Owen Hart taking on the humble, the best there is, best there was, the best there ever will be.
Yes.
Bret Hart. You have Blondie taking on Greasehead. Which one wins?
And I would not call it an upset.
Please don't call it an upset. I don't consider it an upset.
I would not call it an upset because it happened at WrestleMania. It
10.
happened at WrestleMania 10. Owen Hart would make Big Brother bow.
And the way I looked at it from WrestleMania 10, if Owen beat Bret, who then went on to win the title at the end of WrestleMania 10, then that should have automatically made Owen #1 contender.
Yeah.
And then he should have won the belt. But you know what? That never happened.
No.
Because WWE was like, oh, it hurts too.
No, we're going to give you just a match, and then who cares what happens in the match? This guy's still getting a shot at the title.
Thank you. Makes no sense. The 5th encounter of the evening was a tag team matchup, and this right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Tag team matchup.
Woo, ladies and gentlemen, this is a dream matchup if you ever have seen one.
This is the main event.
This is the main event anywhere, any show, any town, any country, if you will, any pay-per-view, because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the greatest of one generation.
Yes.
Taking on the greatest of another generation. These are 2 tag teams, the 2 most decorated, and this is not, there's no bones about it. These are the 2 most decorated tag teams of all time.
It is.
Ever. Period. From back in
the day.
Carl Gotch's days, whatever the
Yes.
man's name is. Back in 1910, all the way till now. From the beginning of the NWA Championship,
All the way to the end.
Abraham Lincoln was a champion. But ladies and gentlemen, these 2 tag teams are the 2 most decorated tag teams of all time. And they are the Road Warriors taking on the Dudley Boys.
Wow. Doomsday Device versus the 3D.
Huge, so that makes 5 Ds.
5D.
Actually 6 Doomsday
Yes.
Device. Ha ha!
Yes.
Ha 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 ha! Interesting, you didn't think about that, did you, people?
But the winner, who is the dominant tag team?
The most
On this
dominant
day.
tag team on this very day would be the Road Warriors without the puppet.
No stupid
Rocky,
Rocco.
Rocco, whatever they were.
I feel so sorry for.
Old Paul Elder.
Yes, I would take that stupid dog and throw him into a wood chipper.
I wonder if he really was a ventriloquist, like he really knew what he was doing.
Okay.
It really stupid.
And the next match is something that people love. Love their luscious locks, their hair, if you will.
It's embarrassing to lose your hair. It's you know, it's always something that society looked down on.
Yes, people don't like bald. I don't want to
Currently
lose
not.
my hair. I lose my hair. These 2 guys here, their hair is on the line.
There it is. It is.
We had CM Punk.
Not when he was not bald, Sam.
Not bald CM Punk, when he lost his hair.
He did lose his hair one time.
But now this is Luscious Locks.
Yes.
Taking
He had
on
the long dark hair,
Seth Rollins with his split-colored hair.
split colored greasy head.
And ladies and gentlemen, the winner. And the man who will not lose his hair.
It's a man with still long, luscious locks.
Seth Rollins.
So CM Punk loses his hair
And becomes bald.
again. This next matchup, this is huge. This took a while. This one right here took a while to come up with. It took a while to make the winner.
A main event match. Another main event match.
Yes, in any pay-per-view, any country, any city, any town. Ladies and gentlemen, anywhere. 6-man tag matchup. Okay, this is WrestleMania 3, and this man is in the 7th match. We've got Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is on one team.
Brother. Teaming up with Dusty Rhodes, the Mega Dream, if you will.
Hogan and
the Common Man.
Hogan and Rhodes together on the team.
Yeah, the yellow and red and the yellow and black polka dot.
Against who? Who was the third partner?
The third partner is John Cena.
Oh, you mean Mr. Yellow, Red, Blue, Green, Purple, the Rainbow guy.
The Rainbow Guy. And he's straight. I'm just saying.
Hogan, Rhodes, Cena on one side?
On one
What in the world? Who is their opponents going to be?
Who the opponents be, ladies and gentlemen. These three have been held down. And their promos have showed it. They've talked about it. They've griped about being held down by the mega stars of the era that they were in. They were sick and tired of being sick and tired. And WrestleMania 3 right here, our WrestleMania 3, they have a chance to redeem themselves and to bust through that glass ceiling and take out the superheroes of that certain era, of the Hogan era, the Dusty Rhodes NWA era, and the John Cena current era, ladies and gentlemen. These three guys.
I know you're waiting.
You're waiting.
A great build-up. Please tell them who it is.
These three men right here are about to bust through the glass ceiling, and it is Cesaro.
Cesaro.
Yeah, there you go.
Grab that brass ring, Cesaro.
Yes, grab the brass ring because Vince says there's something wrong with you, son. And the second person is Flying Crazy Brian Pillman.
Brian Pillman,
the loose
Cesaro, the loose cannon, Brian Pillman. Who else?
And last but not least, Brian Pillman's tag team partner of stunning, stone cold superstar ringmaster Steve Austin.
So let me get this straight. You're going to have Hulk Hogan, Dusty Rhodes, Johnson on one side, and let's say you're going to have stunning Steve Austin, Flying Brian or loose cannon Brian Pillman, and Cesaro?
Yes!
Wow.
That is a main event. Ladies and gentlemen, and in this encounter, this is huge. This is huge. You've got the mega stars, the superstars, the superheroes of their era taking on the guys who were always pushed down, who were always stomped down into the mud. These three men right here have a chance to redeem themselves and show everybody on the grandest stage of them all they can handle themselves with these three gentlemen. And the winner of the 6-man tag is Cesaro and the Hollywood Blondes.
A shocker.
A shocker. This is an upset victory.
I would say it's a passing of the torch match.
Huge passing of the torch. And in this time where they're at as Hollywood Blondes, that should put them right in the running for tag team championships in this era. And Cesaro should be right there for the Intercontinental Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes. In the next match, that was a good match. That was like I said, the main event. And this match here, I mean, these two women would be a main event match if given the time and the right storyline.
These two in NXT would have torn the house down in TakeOver.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, yes.
But it's Paige taking on AJ Lee. Yes, give these girls time and they would write a
good
great
15-minute match. I'd love
of course. But coming out on top, I mean, barely.
She likes to be on top, yeah.
I heard. Barely coming out on top is Paige would beat AJ Lee.
Remember how she used to pin all the women?
I know.
Hey-ho! Ho! So anyway, the 9th matchup. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Another WrestleMania moment!
Another main event.
Another main event anywhere in the world. The Intercontinental Championship. Yes, the original Intercontinental Championship was Ricky Steamboat winning the Intercontinental Championship from Randy Macho Man Savage.
A match that people talk about to this day as one of the greatest matches of all time.
And this match that we have recreated here would be a matchup that anyone and everyone would talk about to this day.
Yes. You both have two great minds. Who would, I mean, the promos would be...
The promos alone would be bigger than the match almost.
Yes, the promos leading up to this match would be amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the champion is Jake the Snake Roberts, a man who never won a belt ever in the WWF. This man, Jake the Snake Roberts, would be our Intercontinental Champion for WrestleMania 3. And who his opponent be? You talk about promos, you talk about great promos.
I mean, you would just wait. When you knew they were going to be speaking, you would wait with bated breath to see what these two gentlemen had to say about each other.
We've seen other great promos. We've seen great promos out of people like Triple H, out of Randy Savage, We've seen great promos from Ted DiBiase, from Ric Flair, from Rick Rude,
Austin,
from Stone Cold Steve
The
Austin.
Rock.
The Rock. We've seen great promos from all of them. But who is the opponent for Jake the Snake Roberts? Who can fight with not just his body, but with his words, ladies and gentlemen? And that would be Bray Wyatt.
I'd love to see
The
it.
Eater of Worlds.
The Eater of Worlds.
Will the Eater of Worlds destroy the Snake?
And then what is more strong? The DDT.
Or the Eater of Worlds? Which is what Sister Abigail was.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match for the Intercontinental Championship will be the new Intercontinental Champion, Bray Wyatt, in another match that you would consider a passing of the torch. But these two in the prime of their careers would be a huge barn burner. It would tear the house down, and it would be hard to follow that match.
Yes, it would. Up next is a singles match. In the 10th match on the card, we have Daniel Bryan. Yes! 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 Taking on the Demon, Finn Balor.
Not Kane.
Not Kane. Not the Demon Kane, no. We've been there, done that. We're going to change the page
That's right.
and make the match better. But Finn Balor, I mean, he's come through the independents. He's been to Japan. Daniel Bryan's come through the independents. He's been to Japan. These men would be at a crossroad here.
Yep.
One on his way up a little bit more, and one on his taking a step down. But who would it be?
Who would it be?
Who would it be? Would it be Finn Balor? Not making to the peak right yet and had to take a step down, losing to Daniel Bryan. Or would Daniel Bryan had to come down some?
And the
losing
winner
to
of
Finn
this
Balor?
match could easily be considered for an Intercontinental Championship match or a World Championship match.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that's high on the card, very high on the card. So.
And you have Cesaro, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
How about either Daniel Bryan or Finn Balor behind him, saying, "No, I want my
There
shot,
you go.
not you." And then you got something rolling there with these guys.
There you go.
It's better than one person going, "Okay, that's my turn." No, let's have you. I want the championship. I want the championship. Let's have more than one people fighting for the championship. But on this day, at WrestleMania 3, Finn Balor would pick up the win over Daniel Bryan.
Very good. Very good. And the next encounter will be a tag team matchup in the 11th match, ladies and gentlemen. You have a tag team match of the Brainbusters, Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson.
Ring technicians.
Ring technicians, the Enforcer, AA, Arn Anderson, and Tully Blanchard taking on, and of course they would be accompanied in the ring, not all you need, of course, the Brainbusters, thank you. And they're going to be taking on one of the biggest, baddest, best, if you will, tag teams of Ring of Honor history. Mr. Raymond Rowe and Warbeard Hanson. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the tag team of War Machine. That would be right there a slobber knocker. This right here
Really?
would literally be a barn burner. They may actually destroy the ring with the type fighting it would be. It would be like a barroom brawl.
It would be.
But ladies and gentlemen, this matchup right here with the cunning behavior of the Weasel,
Yes.
I mean the Brain, Bobby Heenan. Plus on top of that, having the ring technicians of Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard, the three of them together, would be able to outlast the bigger guys of Ray Rowe and Warbeard Hanson and be able to win this match.
And plus, you know, they fought the Road Warriors before, so they
Yes,
know how
they
to
know
fight
how to-
big men.
They know how to deal with big men, even though they're smaller guys.
Yes.
They can deal with these big guys and they can outlast them.
And now in the main event, and it's for the WWF Heavyweight Championship.
Flashback, WrestleMania 3, Andre, Hogan the Immovable Object, and the Unstoppable Force. Could Hogan pick up Andre and body slam him?
It still, to this day, make you wonder, did he get pinned when he tried to slam Andre the first time?
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the flashback. That's what the main event was. That's for the WWF Championship. But we already know Hogan's not going to be in this title match.
No.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. And in our roster, Andre is on a tag team with Haku. So we already know this match is totally different.
Yes.
So who will be the champion?
Well, I'll go challenger first.
Oh, we're going to challenge it first, ladies and gentlemen.
The challenger coming in, he is the Heartbreak Kid, the showstopper, the main event
He's riding in from the ceiling.
Shawn Michaels.
There was a ceiling that one, yeah.
That was.
He's gliding on in from the ceiling
Oh,
way
yeah.
out up there. Huh?
We have ceiling.
They haven't seen it.
I know. So he's gliding in from
gliding
the
on
ceiling there.
from the ceiling.
The challenger. But look up, folks. The champion is coming down from the ceiling as well. And that man is the icon Sting.
The franchise player of WCW taking on the franchise player of the WWF. The icon Sting. The icon and showstopper, Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels. Who will it be? HB Shizzle, as he called himself. Or will it be the undeniable greatness that is the face painted Sting?
And in a grueling 45-minute match, your winner, who walks out of WrestleMania 3 as the WWF champion, is Sting.
Sting
Retains
walks in and walks
the
out
championship.
as the champion, ladies and gentlemen. So that is ours. We told you it was going to be different. We told you it
hope
was
you
going to be good,
enjoyed
though. It is good. I think this is a great card, ladies and gentlemen. And you can work off of this, and you can have months and months and months of stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, most
off of
definitely.
these 12 matches. And then if you saw our roster, my gosh, you got plenty of people to plug in and take out and plug in and take out. So that is huge right there. I hope you enjoyed part number 4 here.
Yes.
And next week we're going to rebook NXT TakeOver. There's quite a few takeovers we can choose
decide
from.
which one
We're going to decide which takeover.
Maybe a rival. Maybe the first one.
Maybe it will be the first one. And then we're going to have story time with the 10 steps to booking an NWO style takeover of NXT number 7 with Inner Baron Corbin. And then part 3, of course, we're going to talk about that.
What are we going to talk about?
What will we talk about? And then, of course, pay-per-view review in part 2, the Royal Rumble.
Start with our Rumble.
Of course, Royal Rumble number 1, and we know who won the first one, right? Because it meant nothing back then.
It was on TV.
On
USA
regular television. They gave it away for free, and I think it was only 20 minutes.
Only 20 minutes, yes.
But, of course, part 1 will be ringside news. Who's going to be fired? Who's going to be hired? Who's going to pass away? Who is going to be injured? We don't know.
We don't know. I know.
But there's always something like that going on.
It seems that way, don't it?
It does. Plus, a whole lot more, because you never know what we're going to come up with, because we're always changing things up around here.
Yeah, thinking.
Next week is 84, ladies and gentlemen.
84, yes.
Right on our way
To
100.
100. We keep stepping one by one until we get it right.
That's right. We don't skip steps. One by one.
I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Jessica Kai.
Thank you for watching this week, and we'll see you right here next week for Top Rope Reality.